Welcome back to my Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program. My name is Martin, and we are here orbiting Kerbal in the Hook Moon 2, is it? Hook Moon 2. And yeah, things are going well. It's now, let's see, Sunday here for me. I've got a glass of port. It's a Sandeman late bottle vintage, I think, from maybe 2007. Can't remember. It's quite good. Still a little bit under the weather. I've got this cold thing lingering on. Somewhat annoying, but alas, life must go on. So here we are. Let's see. We need to know where the moon is. I think it was up, wasn't it? Negative. Okay, so it's on the other side of the planet. So these guys just bouncing around, and Jenfrey seems to be quite happy. Don't like the name, but he seems like a fun kind of guy too. Oh crap. Oh, that looks like the moon's gonna rise like any second now. There it is there. So we burn for the moon. Jenfrey's still happy, Sigil's not happy, Lenful's happy. Now, close, but not close enough. This is going to be interesting now. This is not the way they did it in Apollo. This stage did not have enough delta V. Let's make sure that's correct. So we've got another piece of space junk. And we have our lander sitting down there, and where's that sun? Okay, we still got some daylight to do this in daylight. So that was good though. That got us up to over 2,900, and I think we only need to be just over 3,000. So we won't need a lot of fuel out of this stage. But the problem is now we need to switch the stages around and redock the lander onto the top of the command module. I'm going to try something interesting just for fun because oh no, I can't exactly do this. Oh shoot. Well, I was just thinking if there was a way I could fire these rockets, but that should have been an action group I set up. But it was not. Let's see. Yeah, it won't really be able to do this, but nah. Let's just okay, I think I've got this set up so that if I hit 1, it shoots that off. And if my aim was okay, it looks like it might have been, they might actually hit. Which would amuse me. It's also possible it's going to go right on by. Shoot. So close. Anyway, not a big deal. Okay, the next step of the process is to EVA a Kerbal, and like I was thinking, Lenful's got a great name, but Jenfrey seems to be the man here, so by virtue of that, he is going to be the one to get to go. Whee! Okay, let's see if I can actually do this better this time. Now, can I turn on fine controls with these guys? I don't know. There, that looks like there is the pod door there, so oops. Shoot. Back off. Rise up. Now, forward. Up a little. There we go. That was better. Okay. Now, oh, now even Genfrey now. Okay. Genfrey's the guy in this capsule. So, now I have it set up so if I hit number 2 in the action groups. But what maybe I should do first is, for docking ease, point this south, I guess. South is good enough. It's easier to... The rotation is... it doesn't affect you. Like when you're facing east-west, the craft will tumble end over end as the planet rotates below you. And I think this will be easier to do this now if if it points south. So now if I hit 2, if I'm now, let's see, which ship are we on now? The wrong one. Now the correct one. Genfrey, here we are. Turn on RCS. Back away. This should have fallen off. Maybe I need to switch ships or something. Does this need to... No, it's... Huh. Or is it? Aha! It is that piece. It's separated, but it just seems to be stuck there. No problem. Okay. Well, we do need to flip 180 degrees. I'll just do that now. Point myself north, and that should be really the only attitude adjustment I need. And that actually was enough, apparently, to fling me downwards, too. How do I do this? Set it as a target. Don't know, because it's probably going to be too hard to pick one out. So, this should be, let me see here, also want to rotate. There, so at least I should now have everything going this way. Okay, so let's go, RCS is on. Let's go fine controls. This way. How are we for distance? Good enough. That looks pretty good to me. Let's see. We've continued to back away, however. Let's head on in. That's not so good anymore, but... maybe just down a little, and... nope, this way. Okay. Maybe a little high. Isn't docking fun? I think it's pretty ridiculously fun. Okay, now we're going down too low. Too far this way. There we go. Nice. We're all back together. Everything's happy, and this thing's finally floating away. Now the problem is that the moon is over there now, so that's a little far off. So what we're gonna do now is finish this orbit, head back, and then we'll have to burn again somewhere around periapsis again. So it took me that long apparently to do the docking maneuver. Well, it's not bad. I think that was pretty good. Now, let's see. How long have I been recording? Not that long. Okay, I don't want to go too long on episodes. Now, some people want longer episodes, but I think overall the consensus is maybe not so long. I don't know. It's harder for me to do long episodes. Well, it's a lot more editing, of course, per video, and time and everything as well. There's all that junk going. I think this is fixed apparently in the next version. I'm gonna make sure. Where is the moon going to come out? Okay. Gotta give myself a little bit of time. Still got some time here. Okay. Gotta give myself some time because I gotta flip myself prograde. Which is going to be this way. There's the moon. Okay. Now, yeah, if I activate this stage, yes! We have these rockets going. And we're on our way, finally, to the moon for real. This thing is not a massive accelerator. But don't need it at this point. You can see how we really were actually quite close with that last stage. If I could have done a little bit of tweaking, I think that would have helped. Just a little bit more delta V on that stage would have got us up. Okay. Now what's the problem here? The problem is, I guess I needed to burn a little bit later. I probably should have done a maneuver node. Let's try doing one now. What happens if I keep burning here now? I know eventually we'll get a moon encounter. Ooh. Ooh. This isn't good. I've never actually done this before where no, we don't want to go that way. What was that? Is that an encounter? Yes, okay. Is that getting better or worse? Better? Better. This is going to take a little bit more delta V than I wanted. A lot more delta V than I wanted. Shoot. Okay, but that's good there. Alright, and the burn is in 3 seconds. Where is the burn then is the question. There it is. Okay, we're a little late. We'll still get there okay. Okay, it's a minute burn. Ooh, that's gonna use a lot of the fuel. How long of a burn do I even have on these tanks? So, okay, there's a mess up. There's a problem. Genfrey's still okay with these sorts of things, but the other two are a little unhappy. But they've been unhappy all along, so what can you say? Okay, so around 50 kilometers. That's kind of what I want. Apparently that would actually, if we do it, that would give us quite the swing out. Almost all the way to Duna, if we don't cancel that velocity. Which kind of makes me a little bit worried that we're going to have to use more delta V to cancel... let's get rid of that node. To cancel the that extra velocity, which is going to leave us with less fuel than I was hoping, but nevertheless, we're on our way. Goodbye, space junk. Hello, moon. Here it comes. So let's add the maneuver node at the Mun, and see how ridiculous of a expenditure this is going to be. to get it right about where they flip. 47, 58. That's good enough. 478 meters a second. Fuel? I guess we can do it. And then we're really not going to need a lot to get back, so I think we're going to be okay. Especially because getting back, we can actually just ditch this stage if we really wanted to. Yeah. I think we're good. Let me just fast forward then to the... Whoa, not too fast. Careful. I should be considering quick saving as well, just in case, you know, there's been some issues that I have had with crashing. So I'm going to do a quick save because that would be pretty frustrating. And we need to, let's see, RCS here. There we are in 5 seconds. Plenty of time. Actually, I should be starting now because this burn's going to take a while. Okay, that should be pretty good. Ooh. Hey, but we're here. That's all the fuel we need for this segment. This is just got to get us home now. Perfect. That worked. That worked out. It was certainly worrisome. Do not go to the moon the way I went to the moon. That's not the easiest way to do it. But because of my setup, because I had to flip around my stages, that's the way I ended up having to do it. Yeah. I think I could redesign this and probably come up with something a little bit better, but whatever, it was fun, it worked. It's kind of fun to recreate the way that the Apollo missions do it as well. Did it, do it, done it, darn it. Let's land, so the Bacon probe is there. It would really be kind of fun to land near the Bacon probe, but it's a bit north more than... I'm thinking kind of landing in this crater here could be fun. So let's see, somewhere around here. Now this is going to be different because... Yeah, no, I can't do this because I have to switch ships. So, I could actually just... Oops. I might as well just undock them now, and then I can do the burn calculation correctly. I think that makes sense. What I should do is actually leave the ship in a northerly direction again, or southerly, I guess. No, northerly. No, southerly. Right, I was retrograde. We'll do kind of that same thing as before. It made docking pretty nice and easy. So if we leave it in that state, and then we undock, we switch to this ship now. Another fun thing here is we'll rename this Lander. Now it's a lander. So that's pretty fun, I think. And let's see. Now we have 2 ships. That is still a probe, but I guess that's pictured like a lander. Anyway, okay. Now that we're in the correct ship, where was I thinking? Somewhere around here? Add a maneuver. Okay, that should be good. 43 meters a second. Good. The node is in 10 minutes. So we'll slowly drift apart. Jenfrey's happy. He is going to be the first Kerbal to walk on the moon in 0.18. So, you know, nothing but happiness for him. And let's see now. We need to be retrograde again. Whoa, this thing's... yeah, forgot how much more maneuverable it's going to be. "24 seconds. I don't know if this engine's active or not. It is now. Unfortunately, this isn't going to be very good for screenshots because, yeah, we're whatever. We're not on the daylight side quite yet. Alright, there's the burn. There we go. Overcooked it a little, as Scott Manley would say. That's fine. That was a very, very quick, short burn. And already, almost a kilometer away. See you guys. You can even see the moon. He might even be able to get to see a moonrise from where he is. Okay, nothing to do now but fast forward. God, that used barely any fuel. I think this is going to be good. I think it'll be good. Okay. Let's see. Gear down. Gear down. Gear down. Gear? Guess G works better. Oh! Now we're talking. Curb and rise. Let's get the ship, pointed. Pointed correctly. There we go. And okay, now we need to think about killing some velocities soon. What's our height? 28. Seems a little early to start now, but just to give it a little burn. We've got 500 meters a second to kill, plus extra time, extra 26,000 meters of gravity time. And let's see, what else is there to talk about? Not a lot. Getting a wood stove put in on Friday. That's kind of fun. Looking forward to that. And neighboring area is getting a call. Vehicle rollover. It is crazy out here today. A little bit of freezing rain and everyone forgets how to drive. So okay, now we're at 20,000. Let's kind of chasing the reticule a little bit there. 17,000 meters. Let's start killing some velocity now. Chase the reticule a little bit more. Lots of fuel. I think this is going to end up being a pretty good lander. I did notice this actually looks awful similar to Scott Manley's. So, I think there's some differences, but it's pretty close. He doesn't have a docking port on the top of his. And now down to 200 meters a second. We're going to slow it down now. Hopefully this is kind of a good tutorial for how to land on the moon. I know Scott Manley also just did one. He did one on landing on Minmus. And he mentioned the moon is harder. And it's true, the moon has so much more gravity. It's so much bigger than Minmus. You really have to be a lot trickier, or not trickier, you have to be a lot more careful on the landing. If you've watched a lot of my previous videos, I know I've got some long-time viewers, and I know I've also got a lot of new viewers. But some of my older ones, I've dashed myself off the moon a lot of times, a lot of times. And before I even started recording videos, I've done it before as well. Okay, so looking in the capsule here, this new radar altimeter is a great feature. You really could probably almost land this thing with this alone. interior view. I don't plan to test that anytime soon, but see, as soon as I let the thrust down a little bit, it's now increasing velocity again. I am probably gonna start giving it a little bit more again, though. These things look like they're coming up fairly quickly, but I've got plenty of thrust, plenty of fuel. Time is the only thing now that I'm running low on. Just chase the reticule. I think what I'm going to do now is wait till the reticule gets right around the top, and then cut the engines, coast down a little bit. It's a little bit off kilter. But we are falling almost vertically now. And now we are actually needing to think about this landing. Oh. Okay, I let it get a little bit too low, the velocity. It got down to 5 there. Not exactly what I want. Let me see here. And if we check quickly inside, we are now rapidly falling. I'm just going to eyeball the rest of this now. 5 meters a second. We can probably hit the ground at this speed and be okay. But I'm not going to. There. I just cut the engines just before we hit the ground. RCS off, SAS off. I didn't see the ground coming up. I'm used to there being some more visual features. And I didn't see the shadow. I should have thought of that too. That's another great way to just align it so your shadow will show up on the ground where you're looking. But anyway, Genfrey's happy. The Eagle has landed, as the Americans once said. The Hook Mun Lander 2 has landed in the crater I was aiming for. Doesn't appear to be anything interesting happening in this crater. Nevertheless, it's a great accomplishment. Let's see. And now we take our first steps. Let's hope this ladder can reach. Historic moment in Kerbal kind. I'm sure millions of Kerbals are watching back home as Genfrey Kerman steps off the ladder and on and onto the moon on his back. Well, he's still happy. And he can almost jump as high as this capsule. Let's get a portrait with the ship. There we are. And now, of course, we'd want to go around and do some science. Science. Whoosh, fly around, get a little look. I mean, you can definitely see from this angle we're in the crater, but I think it extends quite far that way, so we can't really see much. So there we have it. Our science is done. I should have added some science instruments to this thing. I didn't think of that. And we'll run back. This is just a quick visit. He doesn't maybe have that much oxygen or something. We'll say that's the reason why it's going to be a quick visit. One thing else to note: this is the SAS, advanced SAS for the whole ship. I put it on here just because I find it a lot easier to land using it, personally. Depending, we can either let this stay in moon or orbit. We could always come back and refuel it and use it again if we wanted to. I think that's probably the best bet. The other bet is to go back to Kerbal with it, and then it would burn up in the atmosphere, or crash in the ocean, or whatever it happens to be. But excuse me.